Welcome. So now we're going to kind of take a tour through the Boomi Console just so we have an idea of what we're really looking at. So we'll start here in integration. So probably the most important area you want to learn is process reporting. So inside of here is where you're actually going to find all your different apps, and I should say all the different app executions. This is whenever an app ran, right? So you're able to do actually is you can kind of hit this little document icon, and then you can actually go in here and you can actually look at did your app actually work, what's going on. Because it's actually really interesting. Because like one of the things that's interesting about Adobe Sign is when there aren't any documents to be found, it actually throws a 500. Or should not 400 bad request. So it's a little misleading. And so you can actually, say we want to go minimum warning. So like see here, see it didn't find any, and so we get this whole field to execute thing, which is kind of funny, and it's like I said, super misleading. So then one of the things I'll usually do so I'll actually go into my API and I'll actually go look at my API request logs, and it'll actually show me the different attempts and requests and responses, all this kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. And so that way I can kind of correlate it and see if it's actually working or not. And so, I mean, that kind of covers that. And then you can also go in and see different stuff. Like you can see the different integration packs you have installed, which is pretty neat. And in the build section, you can actually go and you can look at stuff. Because one of the things that you may want to end up doing here is by doing browse process library, you can actually take one of the apps, and usually you'll filter to VMware, and so these are the different built things that they've already built today. And so you may want to take like one of the apps, like say Adobe Sign, and what you do is you install it, and you actually install it to your own folder. And you click install, and it'll actually pull it in there. And this is misleading to me, but actually what you end up doing is you hit this little drop down, you hit new folder, you create your folder, and then inside of that folder I've already installed Adobe Sign. And so from here you can actually go and you can look at it and drill down into it, because it actually gets pretty crazy. Because so what VMware actually says is that they do this so that you may actually want to say you don't like how the little hero cards are popping in and showing you what they're doing, and so you can actually go in and you can actually tweak them a little bit. And like I said, these are really kind of crazy in how they're actually doing it, and it can be a real big challenge, because what you do is you do all this and then you can save it. And then you can actually deploy it as your version of the app, which is pretty neat. And you can run tests, and you can really take a real deep look at what it's doing. And I think that kind of just gives you a really good idea of kind of what you have going on in Boomi. And I think this gives you like I said, a really good start. And I would definitely recommend is if you click home, they actually have free trainings that you can actually sign up for as well, so you can actually really try to learn it, because I think that creating ones from scratch are going to be really challenging, but I believe that over time, as you learn, you get better at it, you can actually really start to do some really cool and dynamic things that are even better than what we did with mobile flows.